much moving. Mhm. Mm-mm-mm. I know I'm a little early. I just wanted to make sure that it was working. I feel like every time I try to do live, like I run into a little problem. So I just want to make sure it was good to go. But I will wait. Why do I feel so? I feel so lopsided right now. Good Lord. I'll wait till someone comes in for us to have a chitty chat. Or if 15 minutes go by and no one comes on, then I'll go live to the public. Ooh, someone's here. Wait, does it show me who's here? Or you have to say hi? You have to say hi in the chat box. Good evening. Just pull my hair out. I feel so lopsided. uh, hello. Hi. How are you? I got my little light this time so you can see me. But yes, welcome. How you been? What is going on in your world? I'm hoping that everyone that's able to jump on today watch the video for content. I'm okay. I'm doing good. I feel not stressed out this week. I don't know. Last week I was stressed. I don't know what happened, but yeah, this week I feel like it's going smooth and I'm grateful. Yeah. So I'm good. And I don't know if you watched my video about taking a week off from like YouTube, but yeah, it was chaotic. And I was like, I don't know. I don't know why I need some time off. Yeah, I think it's like we're waiting for spring to just be consistent. Hello, Wendy. Hi. And I feel like everything is up in the air. I feel like it's not that it's stagnant, but it's like we're in transition. I feel like this whole year so far has been a feeling of transition. And I'm like, when is the ball going to drop? When is the other shoe going to drop? What is happening here? So I'm excited. I will tell you guys, like, I am in conversations with an agency that wants to talk about managing me as a content creator. And I don't mind that because I would like a little bit more time to just focus on creativity and my CBD business, and someone else handles the conversations that take place with the brands. But we'll see how this is really a follow-up conversation with the agency that's happening tomorrow to see like what exactly do they have in mind, you know? But I just, you know, I want to make sure that it doesn't feel, what's the word? Too bogged down, or you know what if they were to connect me with a great relationship within another brand, and something happens after the year contract and we don't re-sign with each other, like am I off limits to that brand afterwards? Like, you know, certain legalities. Like I've never had a contract like this before, which I'm happy this is happening because I can tell y'all about it. So I'll be like, so this is what I learned, and this is what they was talking about. So you know what I mean? So this is the very first time everything. Hello. Hi, Gigi. So you know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm going into it, yes, to see what kind of freedom and opportunity it can bring. But I am very careful about these types of things also because I grew up with a father as a photographer, and I found that there were many times in his career where people still, even recently, Getty Images was using his work and didn't credit him, you know. So when it comes to the world of creativity, I've always been super big on, you know, working with other creatives and giving them credit or understanding who did what. And, you know, sometimes when management is involved, things can happen for, the wrong reasons. Someone could be taking too much money from you or not giving you enough attention as a talent and client for whatever reason. And I've noticed with certain agencies, some people within the agency are really pushed forward while other people are just on the roster. And I wonder what takes place when that happens. So I have so many questions for this next meeting I have. And I'm looking forward to it. It feels like very good energy, but I just have a lot of concerns. And I also feel like because I have a videographer and now I'm working with a new still photographer, these are people who I create imagery with. And I also want to know what is in my eye. Oh my God. I also want to know, me signing with an agency, what does that mean for them? What does it mean for their work to be intertwined in the projects that I'm signed up for? Like who really has ownership of all of that? So while I'm going into the meeting with a lot of questions on how I'm being put into a contract and what that looks like, the people that I hold near and dear within my creative space that help me with all these ideas, are they protected? Or what should they know before getting into all that? So it's a lot of things in movement. And when I told my dad about it, he was not excited. He's like, well, you've gotten this far by yourselves. I don't understand why you need an agency or a manager. I'm just like, well, I am a little tired, Daddy. So, but that's just a protective parent. But I'm excited to see what happens within this conversation, what I learn about it, so I can share it with y'all. This will be my first time having an agency conversation. So we'll see. But how's everyone doing? Did y'all get to watch the content focus video? Do y'all have any questions? Because I felt like this was the first video where, you might be inspired to like, oh, thank you. I'm excited too. I know a few people that already signed to this agency, and for the most part, they feel very happy. Whereas one person, I was like, I don't know if you're happy. Like I wasn't reading that she was happy with them, but I'm like, that could be so many other reasons. It could not even be the agency. It could just be how she's handling certain things, or like I feel like if I'm signed to an agency, yes, I'm expecting to be what's it called, managed and pitched to brands for me to work with. Like the agency is going to amplify me, right? But I also want to make sure that I'm giving the agency something to work with. Like I want them to know and be confident if we put her on something, she's going to do it quick. She's going to do it with all of her talent, with all of her skill set. She's going to do a quick turnaround. She's going to do above and beyond. Like I want them to be confident in pitching someone that's going to do the work above and beyond, and sometimes, or even just be a pleasure to work with. And sometimes if you come across like you're not a pleasure to work with, then they're not going to want to pitch you. You know what I mean? So I feel like the agency thing could really amplify a creator, but your behavior or your personality, or how just how you treat people, it can make a difference in how people speak of you in rooms that you're not in. Your reputation means a lot. Something is in my eye, y'all. Good Lord, it's bothering me. But thank you guys. We shall see what happens. We'll see. And I'll definitely be reporting it back to y'all. But what's going on in y'all world? I'm sorry, I'm so itchy over here. I feel like I'm very distracted. But what's going on? What's happening in y'all world? What y'all got coming up? Anybody have events coming up to like y'all need some styling for? Y'all have questions about the last few videos regarding content focuses, like what's happening in your spaces? And I also want to know who's putting in some of these practices that we've been talking about, because I want to do a contest where I want you guys to submit like your version of a media kit to win like a plethora of goodies that I have for a giveaway. What do y'all think about that? Oh, yes. I'm feeling so much better. Can I tell you, I did mention something in the video that I felt like it was very relieving from the other day. Some of y'all saw it on Instagram, but I did not tell y'all. I was having trouble going to the bathroom for a few days because my silly ass decided, oh, I'm craving a double cheeseburger from McDonald's, knowing that it's not real meat. And guess what? Your girl was backed up for a few days and I was miserable on top of all the other things that would make me miserable. So finally, the other day, it was not, I guess, the day before, I said, I can't live like this. Nothing is working. I'm eating everything that just could help push that shit through, literally. And that one morning I said, I'm not leaving this house until I make a movement that is substantial. And it took about 6 hours. And then afterwards, I was like, I feel brand spanking new. I felt lighter. Woo! Like that's why I'm smiling, because I told y'all what was on my mind, and then I also got rid of some shit. Literally. Yeah. You bought some pedal pushers, but haven't received them yet. Do I have any? I do have one pair. I bought them last year. Y'all know how I feel when you a little stuffed up. Life ain't right, you know? You can't play around about that stuff, you know? But anyway, I have a pair of pedal pushers from Norma Kamali, and they have like fringe around the leg opening. And I'm hoping they're in my summer storage because I can't find them in where I thought I put them originally. So when I do my flip, it will be there. Y'all would think prunes work. Y'all would think some of the most easiest things would work, help flush the system. It did not. Wendy, when I tell you they're brick wall closure, like it was shut down, Wendy. Not even prunes. Not even prunes. I had to sit there and massage the hell out of myself. I was laying on that yoga mat like, come on now. Let's get this together. I drank hot tea. I was going to try magnesium if that morning didn't work. But I did black seed. So Carlos has this tea that's like black seed oil and green tea together. And I never drink my hot tea super hot. It's like it has to be about to be room temperature, but still warm for me to drink it. Otherwise, I'm like, oh my God, it's too hot. I can't. My mouth is going to hurt. I drank that thing hot, walked around the building, drank a hell of a lot of water after I cooled down, massaged the hell out of my stomach. I stretched and was in like baby position with my feet up in the air on my back, swinging back side to side. I was doing so many things, okay? It was ridiculous, but I got it done. But yes, with the pedal pushers, I want to wear them with like mules, like open toe mules, you know, a little strappy sandal. You know, I feel like to keep it very simple on the shoe front, and then like with a loose button down, or when it comes to those types of silhouettes, obviously for the most part, they're going to be closer to the body unless you're doing like a wide short that comes to the knee, long pair of shorts. Then I'll be okay with wearing something fitted. But anytime I'm wearing pedal pushers that are super slim to the body, I'm going to wear something that's much bigger on top for me to have balance. So yeah, a larger voluminous top with a pair of really cute mules or strappy sandals, or even a pair of like cool flip flops. But yeah, I'm excited to be wearing those. So you've been trying to get yourself on schedule. Here's my YouTube channel is going great from all right. Listen, okay. Yes. So wait a minute. When it comes to you trying to get on schedule, Gigi, what you mean on schedule with batching your content or with posting? What part of the schedule, or is it the whole thing? What's happening with the schedule? That's why I keep cerise tea. I've never heard of that type of tea in my house. Always, I need to. I be drinking ginger juice, and that helps a lot. I love ginger juice. I should get some roots and make some shots for myself for the mornings. Do fresh ginger juice, yes. And for a while I was doing them, And I don't know what threw me off when it comes to that schedule. That is a schedule. So I feel like I do have a pretty consistent YouTube creation posting schedule. I have a lot of certain things that like there's certain schedules I have on point, but I want to get my workout schedule on point. I want to have certain eating schedules like ginger juice in the morning, that type of stuff. I would love to get that together. That sounds loud. Yeah, I think that would be cute with the pedal pushers. Oh, thank you. I'm glad it's working. Oh, it's a Caribbean tea and senna tea too. Ginger juice is great. Yeah. Planning batching. I decided that Thursday would be my post day. I love that. So the planning part, it's you have to figure out if you're going to be the type of person that can sit and plan a month in advance as far as like the types of ideas that you want to cover for that month, or if you want to do 2 weeks in advance, or just like every Sunday you plan what you're going to do for that Thursday video and then do it that day. You know what I mean? So you have to figure out if you're a monthly type of planner, like the at the top of the month you're planning for that month that's following, or if you're going to be a bi-weekly type of planner. I feel like I could do both. I feel at the top of every month I write a list of topics that I might want to cover, and it might change depending on if there's a current event that's up and we're talking about, like the Met Gala. At the top of the month, I forgot that Met Gala was happening until that week. And I was like, oh, snap, let me do a video on Met Gala. So the video that I had intended to do for that Wednesday was not, it was pushed back, right? So I write different concepts or ideas, or I notate what people say in the comments about what kind of like spin-off ideas or questions that come about in those. And I write all that at the top of the month, and I try to see when I'm going to take care of it. Or when it makes sense, right? Or if I know I'm going to be going somewhere where I'm going to be vlogging that content, whether it's events or I'm visiting a different place, you know, that type of stuff. But you have to even schedule. If Thursday is going to be your posting day, then you need to find a day or a date where that's going to be your planning day. And then from there, you plan your batching day. So if you're doing Thursday as your post day, at least on Sunday, you should be brainstorming what you're going to be doing, record it on Tuesday, and edit it on Tuesday, and have it auto ready for Thursday. You know what I mean? I've been procrastinating on batch creating and finding time to plan out my content. Would it be easier for you to have your tripod in different places where it's convenient, like literally ordering 2 to 3 tripods, one for your car if you drive, one for different parts of your house, and having it ready and making it simple for you to just put your phone in and start recording stuff? Like, you have to make it easy for yourself. So if you're not going to be batching, maybe you're a real-time posting type of content creator, because you can't listen, everybody has to do how they feel best, right? So you might be more in the moment type of creator. So you need to create opportunities throughout your space where it's convenient for you to pop up your phone or pop up a camera and record. I always have my tripod here at the desk so I can grab it really easily. My recording YouTube camera is over there already on the tripod, and all I do is if I take it off, it's charging, or I put in the SD card. That's the only thing I change around. But I have my stuff in really convenient places. Even by my vanity, I have a little tripod to put on top of the vanity if I want to do some content right there. I have a sticky, what's it called? A sticky tripod, like it's a circular thing, and it's a magnetic piece, connects to the back of my phone. I have it in my purse. If I see a surface that I can stick to, I'll use that wall. You know what I mean? So you have to make it super convenient, because if you're having trouble batching, you are most likely the type of person that it might just feel easier to do something in real time. But being that person, you have to actually schedule when you're going to be editing those things. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like I can do an outfit of the day video as I'm leaving the house, literally as I'm leaving the house. And I know I'm going on the train, or I'm going to take 10 minutes to edit that 5-minute video down to 1 minute and post it. You know what I'm saying? So be in the moment, make it convenient for you, but also you have to edit it as soon as possible. Excuse me. Hold on. Where did I leave off at? Out every Thursday and Saturday. And how's that going? How do you, when you schedule, how do you plan it? When do you make it? When do you edit it? I'm committed. I would like to do a month in advance. It makes more sense to me. Yep. I'm committed to sitting down this weekend and we'll plan out my content for this week. Yes. I've been doing a lot more quick, short dailies and long content twice a month. Yay! Yeah, you guys, sometimes, you don't have to marry yourself to approaches. There's different approaches. You just have to make it super easy and convenient for yourself. You don't want to make it like a whole other task. Or like it is a task, it is a whole other task, but something that's not so heavy to do. I have a million tripods, so I can put them to good. Yeah, set them up around the place, like all the places. Like make it really easy for yourself. Your membership is so good. Thank you. I'm glad you're having a good time with it. Hi, Mickey. I need to start experimenting with what kind of content to make. Do you feel, are there different forms of content that you, or ideas for content that you connect to? Like, do you have a couple different ideas, or are there pieces of content that you see from other people that you're really interested in, like not in just a way of like you learning from them, but something about that too, and you could see yourself doing the same thing, but with your own swag? Like, what do those buckets look like? It's going great. It's weekly and batch short and long content. Okay, that's good. And listen, it's tough sometimes because even when I'm doing, like, I do long form the best as far as like my schedule, how I'm like, I got it together. But when it comes to short form, I feel very slow these days on doing it. So, I booked some sessions with a videographer, with the photographer. I'm making days in a week where I'm like, okay, you know what? Thursday or Friday, those are my days to batch the short form because I have so many ideas that I want to do anyway. Those 2 days off limits, I'm going to get it done those days. And once I get the new content from Shamel and Tone, my videographer and photographer, from there, I'm going to start this whole 30-day post once a day regimen. Like, I'm going to have a challenge for myself and rise to the occasion, because the last time I did a 30-day challenge for posting on TikTok, I grew 10,000 followers within that month. And I just feel like the pace that I had, that was really good for the following 30 days. Like, I kept it up for a really good time. And it's just like, I feel anytime I slow down, I have to make a challenge for myself and say it out loud. Like, this is my 30-day challenge. Let's get it cracking. Hold me accountable. You know what I mean? Yes. It's going, okay, it's hard. Long content is hard. It just feels like there's so much stuff out there already. It's taxing to figure out what topics to cover. When it comes to long form content, I think sometimes there is going to be that struggle where you're like, dang, I feel like everyone's talking about this, like everyone's talking about the same thing, the same topic. But honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that is where you show the difference that is you. If it's a topic that you're interested in, go for it. Talk about it. Don't worry about how many other people touched on it. There's going to be something that you say differently that people will have an aha moment with, or what your take is. And I also think it's a really good tool if you have the YouTube Studio app, right? So here we go. That one, right? So go into that. Oh my God, I'm trying. Hold on. Okay, that's not gonna work. See, I'm trying my best here. Okay, hold on. Maybe I turned down the light. There we go. All right, I'm sorry. So what I do, I go into analytics, right? And then look how much, this is how much I'm making. I'll show you guys. So this is what it's like cracking for the month. And I don't know if you guys watched my video last year. I think August or July, I started to make money. Like then it jumped to $900. And so far it's been like the 2000 mark every month, a little bit more, a little bit less, right? But here with research at the top of analytic, click on that. And you type in, like, let's say you want to do fashion. So you put in fashion, right? You type in fashion, and then you'll see different topics that are trending in the realm of fashion, right? Entertainment, Met Gala. Hey Google. Why would it say that? Hey Google, Gulabari Shahara song. That don't sound right. Let me do this again. Okay, I did fashion term topic. My bad. Do the very first one. Men's fashion dressing style. I didn't even know that. So this is a trending topic on YouTube. Men's fashion dressing style. Fashion style dresses for ladies. Design for fashion designing. And those, like, these are the things that people are looking for. So not only can you take ideas for topics from here, but you also take the same things that you're seeing in the research bubbles, what comes up once you put something in, whether it's cooking, fashion, cars, you take the same phrases that are trending in research, what people are typing and looking up the answers to. You take those same words and you put them as your tags on the back of the video so people can find you. Sometimes it don't even have to be about anything, like the topic that you're typing in the tags. It doesn't have to show up in your actual video, but you just want to see what happens. Like sometimes I throw a Beyonce tag on the back of a video. I may have said Beyonce once in the video. Maybe I was wearing something Western in that video. I don't know. But sometimes I put Beyonce, New York City. Like I'll put in different topics that I know people are always looking at those different hashtags on all platforms. So it'll come up even on Google. So use the research button in your analytics tab for under analytics, under research, and you will see that whatever topics you type in, those are going to be the words that pop up that people are researching the most. And that's going to help you kind of drive what topics to cover. And even so, like I said, even if it is a high, like everyone's talking about the same thing, make it your own. Twist it, use the hashtag that you found, and people are going to find it. And like, you're going to cover something a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? So use that research tool to your benefit. It's really helpful. And you can just type in anywhere, just see what happens. Like put in New York City. Let's see. New York City. Can I spell? No, I can't. Like, what is going on? New York song, things to do in New York. Welcome to New York on YouTube. So that tells me people like to watch different things about YouTube, whether it's where to go to eat dinner, what to do in New York City. I live in New York. Whenever I do a real life, I live in New York City, I get a lot of traffic because people just have dreams about the city. They just want to watch anything that involves it. Right. And that's how different random people find me that may not be so much into fashion, but they'll be like, actually, I like her fashion stuff too. Like not just her lifestyle stuff, but her fashion stuff too. So it's just different ways to go about it. Hold on. Hey, Nisha. I'm building my brand called Respect the Process. I want to start posting content around me building the brand. I think behind the scenes storytelling is phenomenal. And I think it does something because seeing that behind the scenes, it speaks volumes, especially right now, because we're so used to seeing the end result of people's success that we're like, okay, so how you get there? What was really the struggle? Like, oh, this was handed to you, or you make it look so easy that I don't even think that I could do it, right? But when you show the behind the scenes of any type of process of what you're growing, what you're building, even though it might have a slower traction in the beginning of you posting it, do it anyway. Do it anyway, because once they catch on, they can go back and rewatch all that and you monetize off of that too. Like, even whether it's on YouTube or, you know, if you're doing it on TikTok or Instagram, like, still just post it. But I think showing the behind the scenes of what you're doing, hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's Lena. I'm back out here as promised. I saw. Okay, Miss Ma'ams. Hope you get to see my new content. Listen, making monthly plans. Thank you, Lena. I'm proud of you. I know, and that's okay. Like, sometimes we need to take like a step away to just be like, okay, what am I about to get myself into? Because what in the world? But it was so nice seeing you at the panel event. So thank you for coming through for that. But I know you had to like just take a moment real quick and readjust, but it's only for the better. And I'm glad that, and you were serious. I think you really just took a month. You said you were going to take a month. So you stood by your word, Miss Ma'ams. I love that. I did like get from Anthropologie when I showed my outfit on YouTube and TikTok, which was huge for me. See, I love that. Oh, I'm glad. Okay, thank you. I'm over TikTok. My views are low and dropped significantly in the past 2 weeks. I'm like, F the algorithm. Honestly, y'all, I don't really know what to say about TikTok right now because of what's going on at the US level, the legalities going on, they're going to court. And I'm like, should we just do as normal? Because it's going to be a long litigation, right? Because they don't want to sell it, and the US is trying to make them sell it. So it's like a lot of back and forth, a lot of in-betweens, and then it's wrapped up into all that other war stuff, conveniently for politics. But I haven't even been posting on there consistently, and I can understand how it's becoming frustrated. And I feel like I don't know how to advise about TikTok right now because of the changes that just took place. I would like to get all of my batch planning and my challenge going to be able to say, Mickey, this is what I'm noticing. Maybe we should take this approach, because whatever I'm going to be doing on Instagram, I'm mirroring it on TikTok, because that's the only thing. That's the only approach I'm taking. I'm not doing extra work for TikTok. Whatever I do for Instagram is going to be what I'm doing on TikTok, because we don't know what's going on for it, and I'm not going to go crazy. You know what I mean? So maybe focus on the Instagram side. Hi.
Hello.
Yes, I got okay, you got the app. Great tip. Okay, me too about Atlanta. I have a storefront at Westside Marketplace called Old Soul, and I make the vendor there. Oh my God, I love this. Hi Aaron, what's going on, y'all? No, it's fine. We're just talking about you know, how to research different topics on YouTube Studio. I also mentioned at the beginning I'm having a conversation with an agency that oversees influencers and content creators, are the same. And that I have so many questions for them, and now I'm excited to see what I learned from that meeting so I could tell you guys about it. What else did we talk about? Yeah, say hi. Oh, well, when you come into frame for real, say hi when you get a chance, Carlos. I will have to come visit. Oh, you got approved for IG? Okay, I didn't even know if they were still doing monetization.
Hello.
This is the membership side, babes.
What up, Cookies? What up, Cookies? How y'all feel today, Cookies?
Well, overall, we're doing all right.
Yo, oh my God, I thought I was about to say, how y'all feeling on this Friday? Why does today feel like a Friday?
It does feel like Friday, because you kind of were like home working, so it kind of felt like you were off a little bit. Do you still have the studio space?
You're asking me this? What? Yeah, in the back of the office. Yes, I do.
Mhm.
Why you need some space? I have space available.
There's still some things you want to add. He actually, so do y'all remember there was a blue wall in that office? He knocked the whole thing down and now it's a bigger, like one room. So that's changed. We need to go back and show them that.
Yeah.
Let's see. But yeah, this thing's a little slow. Like I think it's like 60 seconds. But yeah.
Okay.
He still has the space. He hosted his first networking event last night for the real estate world, and it was a very good turnout. Like, you ever been to a networking event and like sometimes there's like really like weirdos in a room or people who are just like socially awkward and weird? So we've been to different mixers for real estate, and I'll be like, oh my God, every time we go to one of these things, like there's always a bunch of weirdos, like there's always a weird. And his event was filled with really quality people who are about their business, who are not bullshitting. There was just one random person. I don't know how he found out. I was like, who is this man? Get him out of here. But he had such a great event last night. It was his first one. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate. I appreciate that. People, remembering something like that.
Love the Yankee. I always.
Thank you.
The event looked like success. Yes, he did really good. His team is really solid. So yeah, it was good. It was a really good event. Wait, what should be done if a brand that you tag comments on your video? How do you capitalize on that? So if they say like, ooh, love it, sweet, you know how they be doing, right? I would just respond back to the comment and just be like, oh my God, thank you. I love this. I love your brand so much. Thanks for commenting, right? And maybe take it to the DM. Like just say, hey, listen, thank you for showing love on my page today. I would love to connect if there's any opportunity. Is there someone that I can email my media kit to? So I can, if you guys ever have events or if you have opportunities for influencers, I would love to be considered, but I just love your company, do it that way. But always say thank you with the comment, or at least heart it, and then take it to DM and say, listen, I love what you guys are doing. Obviously, you see I'm creating with the stuff. So keep me in mind. Who can I contact just to send my media kit so I could just be, within that circle. If anything ever comes up, whether it's an event or an opportunity to create with you, or even like if you have an ambassador program, where should I go? I'm gonna love my granny mama. Oh, I love that. How are things going in New York? I feel like everyone's going through something in New York. Like everyone's like moving around. People are like, I just ran into someone yesterday at Equinox. She was like, I got fired from my other job this morning. I'm like, everybody is going through it. So it's either like people are going through job transitions, or other people are super busy. Some people are having a hard time. He's building out more and more really quickly his business. I feel like New York right now is just one huge transition, and the weather's not great. It's consistently stupid. It doesn't know what it wants to be. Today it was cold, windy, but then hot and humid. First of all, make up your mind. So we've just been going through all of that. That's how New York is going. And he has to figure out, well, he is doing well with it. Like he's been planning for this, but New York or across the country, things are changing for real estate as far as like who gets paid what, or who's paying the real estate agent in the deal. And him and his team are making strides and plans to, get above that and make sure that they're getting paid. So yeah, it's rolling with the punches in New York City. That's all I could say. You really need to. So I want to do a contest to win some goodies that I have. And I want to see, like, I want you guys to submit your media kits to me via email. And the best one will win the, what's it called? The best one will win this prize of stuff. And I was like, I'll put the kit together, like the prize, all the things together, and I'll post about it on the community page. And I want you guys to submit to me your version of your media kit. And the person who doesn't have too many remarks or changes to make will win. But either way, you're going to get, like, I'm going to tell you what to add, what to take away. Everybody that sends me one. How does that sound? Do you like this contest idea? Because you have to work a little bit, but you get help. And I have to make one that's a fashion focused contest too. That's the content one. But then, because some people are here for fashion advice, so I want to make two. Hey, Karen, I'm new to the cookie jar. Welcome, Danny. Hold on real quick. Okay. I've been binging your content. Did you try the Nova Pen? Oh, yes. The peel. I know it is very expensive. So the first time I did it. And the next morning I kind of freaked out because yes, I know it's a peel. However, I didn't know that it was going to be like peeling off and hanging off my chin. So the next morning I was like, oh, I'm actually peeling. Like I thought it was going to be more like a slight peel, like when you wash it away. No, it actually does the work, and it has like a little residue that peels off overnight, and I really like it. I feel very renewed when I do it. It's only once a week you could do it. And then I've also been using their night cream. And I like their night cream as my base cream, and then I put like an oil over it just to pack it all in. So Nova Panacea, as much, they are expensive. I've been looking at the price like, damn. However, I really enjoyed it. I really do. So once I'm finished with the thing, I'm going to do like a video on it. And then I'm also going to reach out to the brand because I haven't heard from them since they invited me to the event, but I do really like that stuff. That stuff it's good. And I don't know what else to compare it to necessarily besides like Epilogic, the Black-owned brand that I use for skincare. Because like I've never really tried La Mer product, like, like the luxury stuff. I've never really tried La Mer. And the only one that I wanted to try, SK2, is that the brand? I want to try their stuff, but it's expensive. I don't know. But Nova Panacea is really good. I really do enjoy that peel. I was like, okay, texture, be gone. Glowing the next day. I like it. I like it a lot. I want to start working on my media kit, but as a small beginning creator on YouTube, what should I include? I think that even though there might not be things to include, like you may not have branded work yet, right? Let's just say you don't have branded work. But I think at least having the type of topics that you've covered, like this is what I've discussed here. This is a video where I discussed this topic. This is a video where I showed my styling. This is a video where I did X, Y, and Z, and have the links attached to it on the PDF. So when they click or hover over it, it'll be a link that takes them to it. But I think when you're just up and coming, I think that it's good to include a small bio about what you do or what your focuses are within your creative space, what your stats are right now, and include engagement. Find out what your engagement is, whether you Google it or you can do the math. Like it's harder to do engagement on YouTube. So just Google YouTube engagement calculator and you put in your page and it does the calculation for you, and include those stats, include your following, put where your followers are right now, like where they're based, US, Canada, that type of thing. And like 2 or 3 pictures of yourself. But really you want to link to the work that you've done so they can just see an example of your presence and how you handle certain topics. I only just learned about media kits from you. So yeah, when brands start to reach out, they'll ask you, could you send your rates and things like that? So you can send your media kit and your rates. But when you're introducing yourself to brands or pitching yourself to PR agencies, it's like, hey, get to know me. And if they want to just see real quick what you're about, because you open up the email, you don't really see the face right away. You don't see a video right away, right? So they can click on the attachment
and they see you, what you're all about. They get to see your personality. It's a creative resume. That's all it is. So when you're pitching yourself, it's just nice to include that. And when you're sending rates, I think it's always good to send your rates that they're asking for, but also like, this is a little bit more about me because my worth is my worth. So you always want to have something visually appealing to who you're talking to, because obviously they're attached to you, they're connected to you through the visuals that you presented or that you want them to see that you present. You know what I mean? So yeah, media kits are a must. And you have to update them as you grow. Like my media kits, when I send them, it'll say media kit May. Media kit May updated. Like, because, you know, things come up, things change. Don't have one, but this will be a good practice. Yes. And you can use Canva, like go on Canva and look up portfolio templates, look up resume templates, look up flyer templates, right? Just to get a gist of what it looks like. And I don't know if I don't think I showed y'all my media kit, and I actually do not want to show you mine. I want to see what you come up with, but use Canva as your creative tool to use it, and go in the template section and type up resume, portfolio, magazine cover, and look through those templates. They're really amazing templates that you can use. You can switch out the colors and the fonts and things, but you can figure out a way like, okay, let me see how I want this to look. And even so, go on Pinterest and look up media kits or portfolio layouts and see what comes up. Like there's some really beautiful inspirations online that you can use for yourself. It's limitless. Like you should not like think it has to be very cut and dry and basic. Like make it a little bit more fun. Like what would be your, if you're a brand, right? What are your brand colors? So there are certain colors, there's certain things that I've been sticking to more, and that's like my thing. So I'm thinking I should do the cutoff June 15th, because it's so like I'll give you a month. Yes. How do you like it? I think a month. A month is good. You should do it within a week, but a month. So it'll close on in a month, and I'll look through all of them, make my notes, respond back to you with my notes, and then I'll announce the winner on our next live, right? Or I'll just announce the winner, and I'll open it to, like, I'll tell the public that I'm doing this on the membership side. If they want to know that it's happening, that there's a contest going, and they might be interested in it too. So I'll let people know on the public side of this page that I'm doing a contest in case they want to, they want to participate and become a member. Yes. Okay, good. Juneteenth deadline. Isn't Juneteenth the 19th? Let's see. I'm like, why is my screen so dim? Because I was showing you all your thing. Yeah, it's the 19th. But yeah, I think I just feel like when I was into this space, like I started, just sharing stuff on Instagram, and a brand reached out, and that was kind of like how I learned about this whole thing, that you could do this for a living. But I feel like I learned a bunch of stuff along the way, and I would like Google media kits, but I'm like, what is a media kit? And like, no one really told me exactly what it was. I would just look them up and try to get the gist of them. And you know what's funny? I'm curious to see what the agency person would think of my media kit. That's another thing. I'm gonna ask her tomorrow. Let's make a list of questions. What y'all want to know? What y'all want me to ask this agency person? What do you think of my media kit? Like, would they change it? Would they make me a new one? What would that look like? Type of thing. But yeah, we shall see. But I think wait, do y'all have any fashion questions? Because I want to make sure I have whatever I need for the fashion video. Because obviously I'm going to talk about different things that I'm learning this month within the fashion space, style, and all that. I feel like I am recreating my personal style again. I'm really learning more about my style personalities. So I'm going to talk about that. Oh, thank you for being a part of it. You know, I really, I feel like someone asked me to come to an event tonight, and I was like, no, I have a meeting with my members only side. Like, I cannot, nothing, no, I have to go to my members. I know you guys are serious and want to know, and I feel like it's a very good energy. And I don't know if some of y'all may not have all watched the video that I posted yesterday. Like, I've been feeling very overwhelmed around creating on YouTube, and just like feeling, is my content even like, is it doing anything? Like, all this other bullshit is happening all around us, and I'm like, is this frivolous type of stuff? And then there were some comments that were coming through, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm taking this personal and I want to fight. So I've been feeling really slow, and I haven't had a chance to sit through all of them, because I just posted a video yesterday, and it's been like over 160 comments on that video already. And I can already see how positive they are. And now I'm like, well, dang, I said I was going to take a week off of YouTube, but maybe I don't need to take a week off. I feel rejuvenated. I think I got my rest. I'm fine. I don't need time off. We're good to go. Like, because of the love I felt radiating from those comments, I'm just like, oh my God. Like, there's a lot of love here. So yeah. So it's especially on this side of the cookie jar, I'm like, oh hell yeah, nothing's gonna come between us. Thank you. Yo, the part when I was telling you about that little baby's picture I saw, oh my God. Like, there was probably like 5 minutes that I cut out, because I was like, I can't get it together. I was bawling, because I don't think I cried when I initially saw the image. And when I talked about it, like, it brought it, oh my God. Some of those images from over there are really horrific, like really, and it's the kids that, you know, it's bad. It's really bad. It's messed up. It really is. It's it makes you kind of just feel like you're stopped in time when you see this stuff. Politics and fashion handed out virtual fun. I know, I saw it, and I wrote her today. I think so. Oh, that would be a really long video. Oh my God. Because they asked me on a podcast show that I recently did, who would I give my flowers to in my industry? And I gave my flowers to y'all, because I was like, wait. Now there's a lot of giants in the industry that I would love to give flowers to, but the first thing that came out, I was like, actually, my community. But I do think there's one person that I would include, but I feel like she would never even see it. But there's a lot of them. Obviously, Janae, Monroe, Karen, and then I even like started to get into, what's that? I don't know how to say her last name. Tamara Klinik. She's like Serbian, based in Milan, but she's like one of the 1%ers of the influencer world. Like, she millions of followers. Like, she had influencer of the year type of thing. That girl, Tamara, gets coined, but it's a lot easier for her because she's not, you know. But I would watch her stuff, and with the girls that we know, like, they are all the blueprint for the YouTube space for sure. And then there's so many people on Instagram that also, you know, it inspired me in the beginning to like create, like Chris Cavallari from Shop Icon, or Is It Tuesday is her other page or business as well. Who else on? There's so many people on Instagram. Oh my God. There's a girl named Amira Nishab. I could totally do a video about this. The answer is I could totally do a video. And there's a lot of people that aren't really big influencers or want to even consider themselves an influencer or a content creator that inspire me so much. There's even this girl whose brothers are huge. Her brother is this guy named Akin, and he was a big Soul Cycle instructor. And she's actually a stylist. She's friends with some of my other friends, but we've never met in person. But I knew her brother in the fitness world when I worked in it. And I found out about her, I don't know how, like somebody posted her. I was like, oh my God, this girl's so cool. And she's a mom. She dresses her ass off. She's so creative. She even styles Alicia Keys, but she's like so under the wire kind of. And I'm like, how do people not know about this girl? Her name is Nekat something, Naked. One of these days I'm going to meet her and I'm going to ask, how do I say your name, please? But her style also, I'm like, she's under the radar, so underrated. And then pop Tashira too. I feel like Tashira, she makes me want to like take it up several notches about how to speak with a lot more assertiveness and to be brave to speak about injustice. Even though I feel like that is specifically like that's her realm on top of fashion. Like she knows the thing. Like she's more equipped to talk about those things. But I feel like she gets me going. I want to talk about these things openly too. Like I don't want to be fearful. She makes me feel like I should not have fear in those things. And she is exactly, Tashira is exactly who she posts. And you know, like sometimes like you'll meet someone and you're like, oh my God, they're not that person in real life. Tashira is that person in real life. She is even more like funny, crazy. She's so tall. Like she is freaking hilarious. When I first met her, she was just so much love in one human. So love Tashira. I was actually really mad at myself not being able to go to her event in DC because I had a deadline for a brand for YouTube actually. And they were very late on getting back to me what I need to edit. And then it was like last minute thing. And I was just like, I can't even go. Cause it was my first time working with that brand. And I'm like, I would jump on the DC train, but like this isn't working. So I was very mad about missing that. So hopefully I'll either be able to go home and visit her when I'm home, like in Maryland, and go to DC real quick, or next time she's in New York, I'm taking her out. Politics and Fashion Flower, Virtual Flower was so awesome. I was so excited to see you. When she said my name, didn't she say my name like she was my teacher? I'm like, Carolyn Gray, yes, present. And then she talked about the hats. I'm like, y'all know I like my hats. But I love Tashira. Had very mixed feelings about Tamara. Yes. You know, she posted something recently where she was like, I'm not going to be doing so many unboxings anymore. I was like, girl, I know, because like you got a whole lot of money. Like do something else. But like that's the world that she's in. So there's some things that I'm like, girl, I don't know. Like I haven't been watching her page as much as I used to in the very beginning. I feel like I used to watch her page I feel like I would watch every other video of hers, like every 2 videos, I would catch it. Whereas like Janae and them, like I would watch every time they post. But Tamara, not so much. But I liked the quality of her video and the consistency that she had too. I was like, I like how this girl handles her business, basically. But she's in a very jaded space. But that is really her reality. And it would be nice to get there with my personality, though. It'll be very different for us once we get there. So, Tashira is really awake. She is, like, through and through. Because I'd be like, I didn't think about that. Oh my God. Like, she's awake. She's fully awake. Hilarious. I love her so much. We should do a video. I need to talk to her. I need to call her. She lives in, I feel like where she lives is more so Virginia than DC. But like her and Janae would get to each other pretty quickly. because Janae's moving to DC, but I think where Janae was in Virginia, I feel like her and Tashara was close as well. I feel like Tashara was in between DC and Virginia, if that makes any sense. Bless you. Bless you. She's very funny. Hi. I think that would be fun. Love politics and fashion. She's so good. And like when she's like very passionate about something, she gets like, first of all, thank you, Jesus. Lord. Like she gets seriously funny. And you never know what she's gonna say out her mouth. She's hilarious. Like I just want to be in her space. Bless you. Yeah, I want to talk to her about that. You know that I want to do another video with Janae and the girlies for Style Unlocked, because the first video we did, it was like their first time having multiple people on at once. So the mic and the volume was not like, a lot of people complained about it in the comments, but I was like, we did the best that we could. But I feel like we need a do-over because of that. That would be cool. Maybe she'll do it for the next fashion week in New York. Let's see. Maybe. I hope it would be cool. But I wouldn't ask. Like I would just see if she'll do it. Like, because maybe she would want to have another 4 people on there. You know what I mean? But y'all should tell her to do another one. When she's on Janae's podcast, it was hilarious. Listen, I feel like she's a bundle of joy wherever she goes. And her other podcast that she does with her friend, that's hilarious too. And I feel like it's such an odd, like they're such an odd couple, but they work so well together. That, you know what I'm saying? It's like not what you would picture. Like, this is my best friend. I'm like, who is this woman? But they do so well together. Yeah, tell Janae to do another video. Me and Tashara should do a live, or both should be alive. Listen, tell them, because I don't want to be greedy. I don't want to say anything because I don't want to look greedy. But like, if y'all, it's different when the viewers say it. It's different when the supporters say something about it. I'm just saying. I don't want to be like, I think you should have me on again. I don't want to say that. I'm embarrassed. Can y'all tell her, please? But yeah, child. I'm hot. Well, how's this thing work again? I got this little thing from Amazon. And this is supposed to be a fan. I don't know how it works. Oh, how does this work? Oh, okay, I got it. You should be on a podcast alone, not with a group. Well, one of my friends actually said that too. I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe. Oh, there's a light. Okay. Oh my God. Why don't I know how to work my things? It's a little warm. I already asked Tashira. She was down for a collar. She hit you in the comments when I brought it. On her video? Because I didn't see the tag. Would I see the tag? I feel like I've never seen myself tagged in the comments of another person's video. I've never seen one. Like, I've never seen like a notification for that. I need to go through them. Yes, for memberships only. Oh, on my video? When did you say that? I need to go back. What video was this? Oh, See, this is probably why it would be better for me to have management, because I am all over the place. How did I miss that? Because I would have remembered this. This is a really nice fan. Praise dancing. Oh, on Instagram. Yeah. That was a funny video. That video did way better than I thought it was. Now I remember that. I'm thinking it was on this app, and I'm like, wait, I don't remember seeing something like that over here. On Instagram, I saw it. Yeah. And that was when she just hit like 100K and was planning her party, and her birthday was coming. So I feel like we didn't follow. Oh, it goes faster. I didn't follow up because I know she was super busy. I feel like I want to see her in person and talk about these things. Oh, that's odd because I tagged you in the video. You did? Yes. Wait, I'm like, what is going on? Maybe let me go into the actual YouTube app and see if there's any notifications there. What is this? Okay, I see her reply on the comment I made on her video. This doesn't show everything. This is ridiculous. In my notifications on the other app, it just shows me like when people post something, like my subscribed, and then like some of the comments that I see already in studio. You tagged me in one of your videos? This is silly. But this is why that other stuff is going down on YouTube. Like, remember how I was telling y'all they're making people, they're unsubscribing people, or people have to resubscribe? Like, what is going on? First of all, let me subscribe here. I wonder if it's because I wasn't subscribed. Okay, well, I'm going to watch it. The women-owned one, it was my women-owned video. Ooh, look at you. 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 5 days ago, 8 days ago. Wait, where's the women-owned one? Okay. I'm about to get off soon, guys, so let me know what else is going on. Which one is the women-owned video? Because I'm at the bottom here. Okay, I've cooled down now. Let me turn this off. This is probably annoying. But yes, keep up the good work. I love seeing that. Yeah, tag me again. Does women design? Oh, it's a short. Okay, I'll look for it. But yes, what else is on y'all's mind before we get off? I'll wait. Anything else on your mind? It doesn't have to do with anything we talked about today. Anything. Women designer brands. Okay. I'm gonna look through that. I'm gonna wait for y'all to say what's on your hearts. Oh, I see this one.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I jumped on to show you 3 women brands that I picked up recently as I was consignment shopping. Actually, this idea came from Carolyn Gray, who is one of my favorite YouTubers. Thank you, girl, for giving me this idea. So the first dress is this gorgeous printed dress. Look how beautiful this is. This designer is Autumn Abule. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Look how pretty that is. Gorgeous. Then the next dress I have is by Aqua Bandita. The print on that.
I love
Gorgeous.
this. Look at you doing your thing.
Aqua Bandita. Sorry, I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And then the last dress is by Ula Johnson.
I love
By Ula Johnson.
how you present,
Okay.
how seamless it is. It's like,
Carolyn Gray. Hope you guys are doing well. Take care. Bye.
that was very good.
Welcome back to my YouTube channel.
You had your things ready. You had the names up there. You were doing it. I like that a lot. That was very good. That was a very good short. I love that. Go ahead, Candy Kimberly. Ooh, ooh. I'm proud. Oh, thank you for shouting me out. But I love the way you did this video though. That was very good. That was very good. My cheeks hurt. I can't. Oh, no worries, Monique. Thank you for supporting. My new best friends, I need this. Come on now. Yes. Link that from Amazon. I need that. Okay, I'll make a link for it. It looks like a teddy bear. So cute. And you push it from the back. All right, I'll do that differently at another time. But you push it and then it turn on. There's a light too. Hold on. I saw that it was a light. Hold on. I'm still learning. Hold on. When it's closed, there's a light here. So, this is embarrassing. It worked earlier. I swear the light works. But then you just charge it here. We'll talk about it later. But I'll I'll link it. No worries. This is why I'm not an electronics creator. I don't know what I'll be doing with these things. Oh, I made your pasta dishes. You made the rasa pasta. Oh my god! Yay! I'm so happy he enjoyed it. So happy. Oh my goodness. I like to move away from my Apple Watch. Any watch recommendation, something classy, chic for every day. Funny thing is, Carlos gifted me an Apple Watch and I don't wear it as much. I've had this watch for many years, but I feel like this is very aggressive. This is actually, it's like more of a menswear watch. But I was looking at some watches that Sean Garrett posted. Let me write this down and I'm going to post the recommendation in the app because I cannot remember the name of the brand. I just know that he tagged them and then I saved it in a folder. But there was one watch brand and he posted, what's the other one? Casino. They have like some vintagey looking ones as well. And I feel like for mid-range, I would consider the one he suggested in Casino. And then if you're going up, I also noticed on Fashion Files website, like they have Cartier watches for really good prices and really fantastic. Like even if they say very good on their description, it's actually in excellent condition. They always say it's worse than it is. So when you get it, you're actually surprised. I learned that today when I spoke to them. But I saw some really beautiful timepieces on Fashion Files website for, it's a little investment, but it'll last a long time and you can always resell it if you ever needed to and make some money. You know what I mean? But Casino, and I forget this. It's a new brand I've never heard of, but very chic watches. But let me write the watch brands, and I'll put it in the community post. You spoke about safety the other day. How do we block our personal from our online presence? I feel like
everybody's different. So like, you know, people with children, you know, and they show up online, sometimes they don't show their kids at all. You know, I try to do my best with not recording things as I'm walking out of the apartment to show the apartment number, or in front of my building to show how my building looks from the outside. I'm sure some people who know this area, they might have seen different things about different places or corners that I've been in my building. They figured out where I live. But being really strategic on how you angle your camera, that's one part of safety, right? But then there's other parts. I do not show children a lot. I don't show a lot of children's faces from my family. Like I said, I'm very careful about how I position my camera to show where I'm at. I never post, like if I'm at an event, I never show things in real time. I will leave that space, and almost the very next day, sometimes I'll wait till the next day to post it. I was somewhere. Unless like I'm doing a day in the life, you're coming with me, I'm tagging things in stories, like it's a little bit more like it's a 2-hour gap from when I was there or something, right? But that is something you have to kind of decide what you're comfortable showing. You know, if you don't want to show your bathroom, if you don't want to show your significant other, if you don't want to show your children, if you don't want to show, you know, if you don't want to talk about finance, if you don't want to talk, like, you don't have to come out the gate swinging, telling everybody all your stuff. Like, you pick and choose exactly what you're comfortable talking about and showing, and stick with it. Just be consistent. I'm a very open book. So, and especially on here, like, I don't care. I'll talk about money. I'll talk about what I make. I talk about, you know, mental swings and mood and relationship things. If you guys ask, you know, I don't talk about all of our relationship stuff that we go through as a couple, but we are very open if someone asks, you know what I'm saying? But it's a very to each their own type of thing. But I just say, be very strategic beforehand. Think about exactly what you want to keep private, what's important to you to keep private, and just stick with it. No one's going to ask you to change that. And if they do, it's like, okay, well, that part of my life is actually private. I don't keep it. I don't show that on the internet. That's not my style. And what they're going to do? What they going to do? I had to give you a shout out. Oh, thank you. You need that for your menopause. Why did my mom say today she thinks she's having a second menopause? She was like, I just get so hot all the time. I don't understand what's going on. So she had to get a relaxer on her edges because they're getting so, what's it called? Like, they're sweating out so much that it's getting brittle. So her hairstylist put a little bit of relaxer just on her edges today. She was upset about it. Wait. When are you going to get management? Well, I have a conversation with an agency. It's not Kensington Gray. I feel like they like to work with creators that have a certain following first, and then they roll in. But I have a conversation with an agency tomorrow that reached out to me, and I had tons of questions for them. But some part of me is kind of hesitant about the whole management thing, because I'm like, what kind of legalities go into it? Like, how much ownership do they have of what I do? What if we part ways? Like, what am I walking away with or from? How much access do they have to the relationships I already have? Like, that type of stuff. Like, what does all that look like? And, you know, are they going to pitch me equally as they do other people? So I feel like having management is really good as far as handling the day-to-day communications, or pitching you, or handling those conversations, or like sometimes chasing your money, because brands will say they'll pay you within a certain time period, then they show up late, you know? So that sometimes is uncomfortable to have that conversation as a creator, to be like, hey, so you're like 6 days late, where my money at? Like, I don't want to be feeling like Debo over here. I would rather a manager or someone outside of me to do it. But I have created a second person, a different email that is like an advisor, but it's me. And I'll email the brand and be like, so Carolyn stated that she didn't get her money, where it's at. And it happens, I get my money fast. but I just feel so uncomfortable pitching myself or like actually emailing a brand for my money. So I do it from a different email, but it's still a lot of work. Like I have so many email accounts to sift through for my business, for the info business email, for my personal Instagram stuff, YouTube stuff, then my advisor's email, and then the inquiry. Like I have so many email accounts. It's crazy, but I feel it's a good thing to have management, but I also feel like at what cost does it come? I mean, obviously they're going to take a piece. Like that comes with agency management. That's not the part that I'm like the cost part. It's about the other stuff. Like I don't care about them having a percentage because a percent of something is better than a percent of nothing. So I'm down for it. But it's like at what cost to the relationships that I build as a creator with different brands that I really have been wanting to work with. Like what happens to those relationships if I'm no longer with that agency, or like can I foster my own relationships? You know, I just want to make sure that someone would connect with the brand in the best positive light and way that I would handle the connection. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how this conversation goes tomorrow. Because they approached me. I didn't reach out to them. I know about them. I know people that are on their roster. But I was thinking that I would want to hit 100K, and then I would be having these conversations. But it's before I hit that number. So I'm not mad about it. Like I'm not saying, oh, I don't want this. But I'm just saying like, oh, I was not expecting to have this conversation before I hit 100K. You know what I mean? So that's interesting to me. Oh, now my cousin wants to answer me. Where have y'all been? Because like we've been looking for y'all. My aunt in Aruba is not answering her phone calls to my mom. What is going on? Anyway, yes, I'll batch content from the night and post it the next day. Yeah. But yeah, so that's what's going on. So I will write what's it called? Oh, we have one more question. I have a question to say. You decide to work with the agency now. From that point on, does everything you do have to go through the agency? Like, what if you want to do something on your own without them? Yeah, let's write. Let me take a picture of this question actually, because that was one of the like basically. And or even so, like you see the work that I do with Dylan Lex, like do they want to have that? Do they want to take over that relationship? Because the owner of Dylan Lex will not want that. She would just be like, no, I'll just talk to Carolyn directly. Thank you very much. You know, like, you know, so I don't know if I wanted to do a creative project on my own, what would that look like? Like, do I have the freedom to do that? Because right now I'm doing that right now, actually. Like I hired a new photographer because I'm like, I have these concepts. I want to change my aesthetic slightly on how I show up on social media as far as like Instagram is concerned. And I want to do a little bit more edgier stuff. And I'm like, the agency reached out prior to me doing these images. And I told the girl, I was just like, just so you know, like some of my stuff is going to look a little bit different. Like, you sure you want to talk to me now? Do you want to wait until you see what I'm about to change? You know, are you going to still want to represent me after? Not that I'm doing like some crazy, like freaky shit, like not that, but like, will you still think that I am marketable? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how they take what they say on the creative approach of that type of question, but also just like relationship with other brands wise, like what would that look like? So, my daddy texted me, but yeah, I'll tell y'all what he texted me. So earlier today, I was walking in the street around 34th Street. And they have like a makeshift sidewalk because the sidewalk is being worked on. And like, you know, you have like one lane to walk in on the right side, and then the other people walk in this side. And I'm walking on my side, like everybody else on my side is. And I see this man walking aggressively on the side that this traffic is going. And a white man. And when I tell y'all, there was no room for me to move closer to the right because it's a cement barricade and there's groups of people on the left of me. His whole shoulder, chest into my body, just like rammed into me. And I'm like, oh my God. So all I could say in that moment was like, you little bitch. But I was very upset because I'm just like, this isn't the first time it's happened. You know, these men in New York are just so disgusting and have no manners. They're ruthless. They don't care about women. And I often feel like in those neighborhoods of like Midtown, 34th Street, where there's like a lot of businesses and stuff, and even just a lot more crazies around certain parts of New York, you know, these men, they don't give a shit about your space or holding the door or taking a seat before you can get to. Like, they will fight you or rush to a seat before you. And I called my dad because I was just like, oh my God, this white dude just rammed his whole entire chest and shoulder into my titty. Like if I had implant, like what would this be? You know, I would have ruptured an implant, like something. But I felt so like upset and angered by it. And I also felt like I couldn't do anything about it because he could have picked up a brick and hit me. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do whatever you want to do in a moment of something like that. But we were talking about it. He just went into like this whole racist America rant, and my mom overheard it. And he was just like, can you please call your mom and tell her what happened? Because like, she's not understanding why I'm upset. Granted, my mom is from Aruba, and I feel like there's a lot of cultural differences when it comes to her understanding racism in this country, because her racism is different to a lot of our racism experiences, right? So her racism is actually like colorism within the community and what she's experienced as like a Caribbean person with an accent who's fair skinned, all those things. Whereas like me and my dad have different versions of racism where we've actually, like, he's been brutalized by police or hit by white people, called a nigga, all things, and me too. Like, I've had the same racist experiences as my dad as Black Americans, and understanding what that looks like. And we understand that certain behavior can overall be racism, right? Whereas my mom and my boyfriend, sometimes they look at racism as like a case-by-case situation. Like someone could, like she said to me, she was like, well, the guy, you know, don't take it personal. Like, he's just crazy. And I'm just like, is he crazy? Or could it just be like a racist thing? Like, could it just be he saw a Black woman coming and he just didn't want to move? Like, I wonder what it would have been if it was a white woman, right? So me and my dad can have these types of conversations where we're just venting or just processing how we feel about it, how it felt, what was the energy, and it's okay. Whereas like my mom kind of gets upset with us when we say like anything is racist, but we're just like, but it is. But to each their own. But like I told my dad, I was just like, you know, I think it's clear to say like mommy just has a different concept of what underlying racism is, and just thinks racism is like it's like one person out of every 1,000 that's racist, and that's like the last thing that she would think of them. Like, they would have to actually call her the N-word for her to be like, oh, that's a racist person, and not taking like passive aggressions and different things like that. She doesn't consider those things racism. She feels like it's an overall like it's the personality of that person. So I was just telling my dad, I was like, I just think mommy's the type of person, like, that's just how she thinks of it. And like, it's just, that's our difference. And he just was like, yeah, actually, when you say it like that, it makes a lot more sense. She didn't grow up here. It's a different concept. Racism is a different concept for people who didn't grow up here. So yeah, we were talking about that earlier in depth. Because my dad's the type of person, like, his mom was an activist. They would take me to marches. Like, I was 7 or 8 years old when I went to my first Million Women March, the Million Man March, and the Palestinian marches. Like, I was very little when I started protesting. When I started protesting, I was very tiny. But my mom doesn't understand the concept of those types of things. And I think that that's a beautiful thing to see as a child between the two. Like, my mom had that concept of politics and different things, whereas like my mom's a Catholic. My dad's not an atheist, but he doesn't believe in organized religion. And as their child, I was able to see how two different people think about the same topic. And therefore, I was able to make like my own questions, or I would approach it differently because I had like the best of both worlds to see how people think about things and decipher their thoughts through it. So even though sometimes it's a little hard to have like conversations with my mom for her to understand a concept, I love her the more because I'm like, you're so different minded. Like, it's either you'll catch it or you don't, or I'll just understand where you're coming from too. That's all. So yeah, me and my dad, we think the same in a lot. So, but anyway, I'll see y'all later. I'll post the stuff on the community app regarding the contest. So y'all can get started on your media kits. Get to work. Don't skip the media kits because y'all going to need them anyway. Once y'all continue the habits, the things, it's going to happen. So I'll see y'all in another live, another time, another video. And y'all know I always go live on Instagram every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay? So if y'all want to catch me over there, and that's just shooting the shit. We talk about anything that blows our way. That one. That's a little bit more chaotic, just so you know in advance if you haven't seen it before. But yeah, I'll see y'all later, cookies. Thank you so much for all the love, the support, especially like on the last video and just in here. Like, you guys are doing the things, feeling it out. I really appreciate that. It makes me feel like I'm not crazy. It's like, it actually works what I'm talking about. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later. I'm going to save it. Okay. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. I love you too. I didn't know you were here high in style. But yes, I'll see y'all later. Bye, cookies.